Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The big update is out, and that means the new Playstyle Plus, and new celebrations have been added, but it's really the 3 FIFA legends that we're talking about again in today's video because they are searchable now. They are added into the game, but it's this plus the 3 Playstyle Plus foot birthday leaks that really have me worried for the market, and I want to talk about it today before these cards actually drop to get you prepared for what might be happening on the market this weekend with Foot Birthday Team 2 and other leaks to discuss today as well, like EA putting out more of those cosmetic evos for the old Foot Birthday designs, but they're actually going to be in the store along with those live FC Pro cards. We have more cards coming. They might be today because there's a pros event today. So we'll talk about it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Let's cover yesterday's content, which actually did start with the brand new update being put onto the game and downloadable. As of course you can see now in the playstyle section of all cards, there is a little spot here for the low driven shot. Now nobody in the game has this playstyle on any cards right now. We're just waiting for EA to drop either a Foot Birthday player or a Team of the Week player even today, with the new Team of the Week coming out. Could actually have that playstyle, but just like we mentioned, it doesn't look like it's been retroactively placed onto any cards in the game. So maybe there's an evolution, maybe there's an objective. I'm not entirely sure. We're still waiting on that. Now, some of the things from the update that we already see in game are the new celebrations, including Endrick's new celebration, which crazily enough, that celebration right there literally made his gold card yesterday on the market go from 3,000 coins to 9,000 coins as people were buying him so they could put him into this evo right here that gives him the finesse and the quick step plus. The Foot Birthday, build your Foot Birthday evo, basically ignore these first two ones here, but this is the end evo that a lot of people are chasing, and that's the reason why he went up yesterday, just so that people could use that specific celebration on Endrick himself. We also had a new celebration for Boniface. I think this one's pretty hilarious. I don't think his card went up on the market, but those were the two celebrations that were added in game yesterday. I don't know the controls for them. I only know that Boniface can do his and Endrick can do his as well. Now, there's a lot more, of course, to the update that was dropped yesterday. We're going to talk more about it at the end of the video. A lot of stuff like the super subs and stuff like that we don't actually see yet, or the Target Live Ultimate Team Friendly that's supposed to highlight the new low-driven playstyles. That has not been added to the game yet, but especially related to Beckenbauer and the 3 big heroes returning. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's talk about the rest of content yesterday on Tuesday, where we had, honestly, guys, we had a much better day of content yesterday. The player species were doable. The evolution was free. And we have a little mini menu grind that I want to talk about that gives us the opportunity to do a lot of player picks every single day. Firstly, the Paulo Futre SBC, 5-star, 5-star, of course, great dribbling and pace. If you're somebody who just wants to do fancy dribbling, tricks or flicks, and just be able to skill through the entire team, this card is for you. His dribbling is going to be insane. He's even got some good regular play styles like finesse, quick step, rapid, and incisive. He's 190,000 coins. I don't love this SBC because it personally does not make my team with 84 shooting and 83 passing. But if you need Ronaldo links and if you want a fun card, especially, like I said, to dribble in game, that's a decent one there. I think the better SBC yesterday was that player pick for Edmund Tapsoba. Now, I mentioned this one when we saw the leaks. I was looking forward to this because I think both of these cards actually look really good. The Anticipate Plus one, personally, for me, looks the best. What a card there for him. If you still have the Backline Boss evolution, by the way, I think you can actually take Backline Boss and give Tapsoba the playstyle Anticipate Regular. If you take the Bruiser version here, he would fit into that evo and you could give him Anticipate a regular playstyle, but I think most of us have already used that one. But for 200,000 coins, this is definitely a doable SBC. Especially because I feel like for a lot of us, center backs right now might be the weakest part in our teams, unless you've packed somebody insane. At least for me, center backs are lacking right now in my club. I still have like John Stones. My Team of the Year Evo center back is one of the best ones that I have, and I'm kind of lacking in that area. So an SBC like this, and I think for a lot of us, with stats like that, with a price that it is actually decent. Bit tough to link for sure. Need some Leverkusen cards to get him on chemistry, but I do not have a problem at all, and it looks like, according to the upvote, downvotes on this SBC section here, it sounds like most people are in agreement that this SBC is not that bad of value. 69% upvoted, even Paulo Futre 59% upvoted right there. So I'll probably get that one done because I do have Frimpong. That'll be an easy way to link him. Actually, Bundesliga links to the Da Costa SBC that was dropped earlier as well. Now, let's talk about the menu grind because I was surprised to see this yesterday, guys, if I'm being completely honest. Starting with the new Tuesday upgrade pack, the 83 times 14. Of course, we already had the 8310 4 times per day. We just got the 8314 3 times per day, which is an 84 rated squad and an inform. We also had the 81 plus 3 of 5 player pick, which actually was pretty decent for me. I had some good picks from that. Now let's talk about what really makes the menu grind better than what it has been. It's this daily gold upgrade. We can do this 10 times per day. This is awesome. We've been asking for a menu grind. This is an unlimited menu grind, but this is a nice one. Daily gold upgrade, all it requires is 5 bronzes and 5 silvers to give you 10 gold commons and 1 gold rare. You can do that 10 times. So you get a lot of gold commons and a few gold rares to then rinse into. Let's just go through what the craft is and what this mini menu grind is. You're going to do the 10 daily gold upgrades with those bronzes and silvers. Put those gold rares and non-rares into the 80 plus 1 of 3 player pick. You're going to be able to do about 30 player picks per day. As long as you have enough rares in your club, you might have to go buy a few of those off the market because you're going to get more commons than rares. But you could do 30 of these per day just from the daily gold upgrades and the number of commons that you're going to get from that. If you need some more rares, you could also do the 82 double. I think that's a decent shout right now. The 82 combo upgrade is a decent upgrade pack to also get some more rares. But that'll give you a healthy number of player picks, which will give you some 83s, 4s, and 5s, maybe a high-rated walkout, maybe an inform, and that's going to help you do the 83-14 and 83-10. Like I said, it's a mini menu grind because that's not a lot of player picks, but it actually really helps out. I packed a FUT birthday card from that yesterday, packed some walkouts against some informs, and plenty more of 83 4s and 5s, which we need more of now since we have an 83-14 every single day and an 83 times 10. So again, it's not a crazy menu grind, but it's nice. Now the problem is you're going to run out of bronzes and silvers. Make sure you're also doing the daily bronze and silver upgrade. It's actually more important now to do that, to just get a couple of extra packs done. And for this promo, it feels worth it to put that work in for the menu kind of grind for doing those extra player picks and spending the extra 10 and 15 minutes to craft all of those player picks and craft those daily gold upgrades, because you can genuinely have a decent chance at packing something good. Now with the 83-14 being released, informs are up just a little bit. Informs are selling now at 13,500 coins. If you're trying to sell before the division rivals rewards that are coming tomorrow, what I would tell you is try to sell them today at like 14 to 15,000 coins. Get those lazy listings up there. If you were buying team of the weeks at 11K, you're going to be able to sell them for 14 to 15K today for sure on the lazy list. So team of the weeks are slightly up in price, and so are 84s and 85s. 1.7K for 84s and 3.6K for 85s. That's up ever so slightly. And you see the 87s are now 12K. The 88s are now 18,000 coins. These cards went up a little bit into or after yesterday's content as well, because more 83-14s and more 83-10s that people can complete. That's more high-rated fodder, a couple more walkouts that people are going to be able to get, and that means more icon player picks and SBCs that people will be crafting. I think the safe route, however, will be to sell fodder before rivals rewards, and then we'll look to invest for a quick flip there. But I wanted to mention that, and honestly, GG's to EA for giving us at least a little bit of a menu grind. If there were, of course, exchanges, it would make the menu grind infinitely repeatable, and that's really what we want, because that's what we had last year. But for right now, the daily gold upgrade 10 times a day is pretty nice. I'll do it again today, rip through the player picks, get some more fodder, and have chances at packing these full birthday cards. Let's talk about the Evo that dropped yesterday, which was a step in the right direction for full birthday Evos as well, because it was free. Yes, I was looking to see what the price of the new Evo was going to be yesterday, and the Court Jester Evo is free. Now, granted, I think it's probably best that it is free, because I think this evolution requires a lot of games. Like EA was like, okay, you guys don't want a paid evolution. You got to play 6 matches of Rivals for stage 1 and 6 matches of Rivals or Champs for stage 2. So 12 matches in Rivals or FUT Champs does make this evolution a little bit of a grind, and it only is best, in my opinion, this evolution for right mids, right wings with max 88 overall and 88 shooting. This Evo is best for players who already have 2 playstyle pluses, because personally for me, since so many Evos right now give Trickster and Trickster Plus, you just need the Trickster base. Out of this, you can get the other small rewards that you get, the skill move boost up to 5, the dribbling boost up to 92. I mean, there's some pretty good stat limits in here. 92 reactions, 92 ball control, 92 dribbling. I think personally this is for an Evo chain where you can get somebody up to an 88 rated, put them into that Evo, give them the Trickster playstyle, and maybe a 5-star skill boost. That is where I think this evolution is going to shine. So for me personally, I'm not putting anybody into it right now, but it is free, so it's probably going to be best as a part of a chain, or maybe there's somebody that fits it right now from your club that you'd like to put into it. Personally for me, that Gio Reyna is a little bit tempting, but I got to boost something up in that shooting, or sorry, in that passing area, because 80 passing with those stats is not quite good enough, and I don't really want Trickster Plus on this card. I would rather have something else. I do like, however, that it only boosts the overall rating to an 89. That's very nice, which hopefully means that you would be able to get yourself more upgrades here in the not so distant future, because it's only going up to an 89 rated. So I think that Evo is pretty good. For me, it's going to be one that I wait on. Now, the last thing I want to talk about from yesterday's content was the new rush mode. It was a Tuesday. New rush mode, new rush objective, and the weekly rush point refresh. 84 times 5, 81 times 10, 83 times 3. Decent packs in there. No player reward here like Benteke for last time, but you do get an 82.7, an 83 double, and an 83.5 for completing the whole entire thing in the next 2 days. So it's a pretty short event. There's a new birthday celebrations rush event mode that is out as well. So if you like playing Rush, or if you just suffer through it for the free packs, that is there. Last thing from yesterday, as of course it was a big day of Champions League. Wish we had live cards for all of these teams that are playing with Road to the Final. That's the one thing that I feel PSG yesterday going through to the next round after a pretty crazy game against Liverpool, especially the penalties. Barca, of course, going through, and that means if you chose Dani Olmo in the end of this season rewards, or if you are waiting to choose between Szoboszlai and Olmo to see who is going to get more upgrades, now's your time to pick Dani Olmo. Szoboszlai, no more upgrades. Olmo is going to get a +1 and a roll ++, and also, of course, that means the games in hand today for, of course, Villa. You've got, I think, Lille play today too, and, of course, Arsenal with Odegaard. There are upgrades on the line if they do move on to the quarterfinals, which means, of course, advancing from this round of the tournament to the quarterfinals. They get a +1 and a roll ++, which is exactly what Dani Olmo is going to get when he gets upgraded on Friday. So that's the Road to the Final upgrade situation that we have there. Again, of course, with more games today. Let's talk about the big news. With that update that we mentioned earlier, and I showed you here in the transfer market that Gervinho is searchable. The same thing is for Abarbo and for Doumbia. They are searchable, and their face images show in game. They're all 85 rated as it was leaked, but of course we're not getting those 85 rated cards in game. Now the crazy thing is, these are the actual star heads for these cards. They've been fully added to the game. There's Abarbo, Doumbia, and Gervinho looking absolutely incredible with the graphics. I mean, they were not this pristine and real-like looking back in FIFA 14, 15 when they were in the games before. Of course, the technology has advanced a lot, so that is nice. But remember, these cards are not coming until Friday. But really, the reason I want to talk about this today is, since they're already in the game, we know when they're coming out on Friday, and we know that they're coming out via objectives or evolutions, right? That was one of the things that EA mentioned here, to once again, just to remind you, in the new update that came out yesterday, they're all going to be dropped with Streets Won't Forget versions through objectives and evolutions. Now, we don't know the official stats of these cards. We could have leaks of them very soon, which would absolutely impact some of this. But with so much hype, remember the Zidane, remember the free Maradona that we've had? Anytime that EA has brought these new players in, or free versions of these players this year, it has been incredibly hype. And the fact that we're getting not one, we've had one player dropped at a time, right? The Maradona was a one thing. The Zidane was a one-time thing. 3 are coming right this weekend, and there's so much hype for them because of the name, because of the hype that's being built up. I think people who didn't even play FIFA 14, I didn't use Gervinho, Abarbo, and Doumbia that much in FIFA 14. I played FIFA 14 for like 10 games, and then FIFA 15 was like my real first game of FIFA that I played. I used them in FIFA 15, but there's so many people that play the game nowadays. Maybe you watching this video didn't even use those cards back in the day. You're like, what's the hype with this? But I think everybody, including you who didn't use them, are hyped about this because of how everybody is excited for them coming back, the nostalgia piece of this promo. But again, with so much hype, I just used that word like 10 times, if all three are obtainable, you've got a left wing, a striker, and another striker / right wing available for free in objectives and evolutions at the same time, and the cards look good, and they don't cost too many coins, or maybe they do cost a little bit of coins to evolve. Think about that. That is a Roma front three trio that everybody's going to want to use in their teams this weekend. What's that going to mean? The other strikers that they had on their team, if they had any tradable players, they don't need him anymore. They're probably going to sell. Now, of course, it does depend on how good these cards are. And before we see these cards released, I'm sure we're going to have leaks. That will depend on how much the market drops. But right now, what I can say is cards like this Jamie Vardy, who's got a lot of pace, he's got 2 playstyle pluses. This could be around how I would imagine the Abarbo, Dumia, Gervinho would look. Maybe some stats in the 90s, very high pace, probably 5'5". It's the FUT birthday promo, right? I think that players on the wing and in striker positions, attackers in general, would probably drop a lot starting Friday with these cards coming out. I want to get ahead of the game. If you guys have mid to high tier attacking players in your team, I would even say a card like Gold Mbappe would probably take a hit in price because of this. And I know he's been dropping a lot. The market as a whole, look at this graph. 2 weeks ago, he was 800K, and now he's 429,000 coins. But I think prices could continue to go lower with these 3 cards being given out in objectives and evos. Again, there's still some variables here, but what I would do if I were you was start to take the cash on some of these cards if you have something tradable in your team, and also just start to be careful with the market. I'm still going to be trading. I'm still going to be flipping cards for sure this weekend. That's not scaring me at all. Just from a trading aspect, we can absolutely still do that. But as I was looking at prices yesterday, a lot of the FUT fantasy cards were starting to drop. Some of the attackers, of course, the FUT birthdays were down yesterday. This Ribéry is down a decent bit from where he was. He has rebounded back up from 1.45. You see he was there. But again, the FUT birthday cards, they're going to drop again tomorrow. But some of the fantasy cards, Rashford's 2.7, Rodrigo 2.3. I saw the Hyunmin Son dropped a ton. He was under 3 mil. He's back up a little bit now. But like all of this panic that was happening yesterday on him, sure, it could be because he's a live card and there's not a lot of hype for him to continue to get upgrades. The Spurs are not playing great for sure. But that happened on many cards yesterday. I think people are starting to prepare for the Gervinho combo, Doumbia, and Abarbo that are coming back in this game. And I think that worries me for the market. So not only that, we have other leaks too. But I guess the message I'm trying to get across here is be careful with the expensive tradable attacking cards that you have in your team. Prices could be dropping more this weekend. And not only that, like I mentioned, but this leak came out as well. FUT birthday Aloeirin official stats, 3 playstyle pluses. This was not something that I was expecting to see. I think this is another reason why prices are dropping yesterday. Now, the leak here for this Aloeirin is that he's probably going to be available in the season pass, which would make sense. If he has 3 playstyle pluses, this might not be redeemable for a couple of weeks down the line. You think about when we have in the season our first players available in the season. If we go all the way back here to the beginning, of course, at the very end, we have season players available, and more of them are towards the back of the season. Our first player this last season was at level 10 with Adebayo, Tosin. You had level 20, you had the Iñaki Williams, and then we went to level 25, then we went to level 30, 35, and 40, where we actually had player rewards. I don't know how deep in the new season this Aloeirin's going to be. Of course, again, that's why we're expecting him to be in the season, because he has 3 playstyle pluses. I would be surprised if a lot of players in the FUT birthday team 3 have, or team 2, sorry, have 3 playstyle pluses. It might just be cards that are in the season, but the fact that that leak is out has people imagining that more 3 playstyle plus cards are coming, and I think that could be hurting prices too. So again, this is a situation where we're kind of waiting to see more leak info to really get a grip and decide on how much it's going to hurt the market. But if there's more cards coming like that, even if they're not obtainable for a week or two, I think that's going to hurt the market as well. I mean, to be honest, that card looks really, really good. Trickster, Power Shot, Rapid with the 99 maxed out pace, 90 shooting, 92 dribble. We might not be able to get this card until April, but even then, that would be a very, very good card. Are there more coming? We're going to have to wait for more leaks around that today and specifically tomorrow. Now, a couple other things related to the leaks. For FUT Birthday Team 2, EA has added a whole bunch of store packs into the code here, some with SP in them, a guest list guarantee player pick pack, which is a guarantee player pick from team 1 or 2, but it's from the active team, which makes me think that this would drop at some point between today or tomorrow. If it's going to say from the active team, then you would think that it would be out between team 1 and team 2 at least twice, or at least sometime where that would overlap with both of the promos. So that's interesting. We're going to watch out for this guest list guarantee. Could that be like a SBC that's coming today? Because today we're supposed to be getting the refresh of the campaign player pick, because that always happens on a Wednesdays. Could it in fact be something different today, like a guest list FUT birthday player pick guarantee? That's something we have to throw out there. Absolutely, we would craft it with our 83 times 10s if that were the case. But that's not what I'm most interested about here from these new packs that were added to the code. It's these three. Of course, we had the evolutions, the FIFA 20, 19, and 18 cosmetic evos that were 50,000 coins apiece in the evolution section that a lot of us have done. EA have also added these retro FIFA designs to store packs. Yes, and the number of players in the pack is represented by the year of FUT that was. So the FIFA 20 design has 20 rare golds. FIFA 19 has 19 rare golds. FIFA 18 has 18 rare golds. It's an 80 times 20 with 288 pluses for the FIFA 21, and it includes the cosmetic evolution. So it's a little snaky from EA, I'll be honest. It's 50K for these, and they're like, hey, if you want to do it again, you got to go to the store to get it done. A little snaky, to be completely honest, but that's probably going to be like a 250,000 coin pack, maybe less, maybe 200K flat. Maybe the cheaper ones are like 150 because it only has 18 players in it, but the rating's higher. It's an 82 times 18. I don't know, but that's a little bit snaky from EA saying, oh, these are cosmetic evos, 50K. Well, also you can get another one through the store with some players. I wanted to mention that because that's going to hurt the market as well. That's one of the reasons the market's dropped off so much. Add that to the list, right? All those evos paid, especially for the cosmetic ones, the SBCs, all the cheap promo players that are 5-star, 5-star. I just think with more of these players coming too, we got a whole FUT birthday team too. I imagine the market's just going to continue sliding, as so many hype cards right now are better than what the cards we used to use 2, 3 weeks or 4 weeks prior to now in this game. Last thing I want to talk about related to leaks actually could be related to content today. We looked at a card design yesterday about the EMLS Pro Cup designs, and these are the official cards. They are live and upgrading. I guess there's only 4 of them, but today actually starts this EMLS FC Pro Cup events being played in New York City. Thiago Martins, Bernardeschi, Gabriel Pirani, and Luis Muriel, all 2 Playstyle Plus cards, but have the chance to get +2s in the next 2 days, because that's where this event is going on. The event starts today and it ends on the 14th of March, 2 days from now. That's kind of crazy. These cards have the chance, as this is the official upgrade path here. Campaign launch, they're 89 rated. Win 1 match, they go to a 90. Finish top 4, they go to a 91. Depending on how cheap these cards get, this could be really interesting. But again, I say depending on how cheap these cards get. It's been leaked that all of these will be available via SBC or objective. So it's not like an investment opportunity really based off the market. Looks like it's going to be something related to the objectives there. And I'm guessing you would be able to wait and see who gets upgraded before completing the objective or SBC. It looks kind of like a showdown card design, but a little bit different. It's really interesting now how EA decided that they have to drop live and upgrading cards for all of these big pro events, because that's how people get interested in them. Find that really interesting. Make of that what you will. But watch out for those cards as a part of content today, because they kind of have to come out today, because that's when the pro event starts. Now, other content to be coming out today as well. I already mentioned the campaign pick. Maybe it'll refresh. Maybe we'll have something different with that today. Player SBCs, of course, we are expecting another FUT birthday card. Now, we're running down here on the list. We're losing players, right? Because they've already been dropped. All we are down to now in the leaked SBCs that have not been released are the Pope SBC, which would hurt goalkeeper prices still. The showdown between Gakpo and Murphy, that game is upcoming this weekend, so that showdown should be either today or tomorrow. And then the Ethan Mbappe duo player pick. So today we actually have a good chance between these 3 SBCs. I think they all have a chance to be pretty exciting. I guess that's actually like 5 SBCs, not 3, but 3 different types of SBCs here. The duo, and the single. I think either of those 3 could be exciting. Watch out for that today. Could be a decent day of Wednesday content. Whoever we don't get today, of course, we would expect tomorrow unless something changes with the leaks there. And for daily evolutions, let me pull up FUT Agents Foot Agent's Twitter here really quick. I think he leaked an evolution yesterday. A training, it might be a training camp Evo. 5-star skill move is one of the boosts in dribbling. No, that's the one that was definitely dropped yesterday. He was hyping up this Evo. One of the next evolutions is paid. It can come today or tomorrow. Expect big upgrades. And he said it's training camp. How would it be paid if it's training camp and you're getting 5-star skills and a dribbling boost, but it's good for chains? That leak to me was very confusing. But just like we see every single week or every single day with these leaks, a new leak comes out every day, which gives us new news about what is coming content-wise that very day. So that's one thing to watch out for today. I guess the last thing to consider is too, we're getting a brand new team of the week today, and of course that'll bring some more cards that could be good for evolutions. Watch out for fluctuation flips. If you saw the Nkunku card from last week, his card went crazy on Wednesday night before Division Rivals rewards because he was packed right away, and then during Champions League his price spiked up and it got really rare because there was so few of them on the market. Watch out for some trades along that today if you want to try to make some coin on the market. And again, the refresh of the 8310, 81305, and the 8314. There is a nice little mini grind. I cannot wait to get involved with it once again today. I might even buy a couple of gold rares. But honestly, one thing that I mentioned on Twitter yesterday too is I'm just using 83 rated as gold rares right now because I have so many 83 rated in my SBC storage. If you go in here and look, I got 90 out of 100 items. Sure, I got some 84s and stuff, but I don't have that many lower rated cards, and I'm running out of other rares in my club. So I'm just treating 83s like gold rares and then filling in the rest of this SBC with just 75 or 76 rated gold commons that I have. And that's how I'm doing these player picks. I would say do the same thing because we all have a huge abundance of 83s because of the 8310 and the 8314. Let's open one of these and show you why they're good. EA, are you going to give us a good one? All right, that was cheeks. But do these. You'll get some good menu grind from it. You'll get some good fodder. It's worth the 15 to 20 minutes of time that all you have to do is put in some daily golds into the player picks, into the SBCs, and have yourself a chance at packing some FUT birthdays. Of course, be careful in the market today. I'll still be trading, but for me, it's going to be a quieter day on the market. It'll be a day to get some Rivals wins in, get the cup games caught up on, and tomorrow with Rivals is going to be a very busy day on the market and a good opportunity to invest in these FUT birthday Team 1 cards. We'll talk about a lot of that then, but we expect a lot of these prices to drop. That's the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and of course, subscribe if you're new. Love you guys. Thanks for watching the videos. See you in a stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Wednesday. Peace.